I realized at the moment I could start talking. When I started talking, started singing. I have two siblings. I'm the youngest in the family. An elder sister and an elder brother. For primary school, I went to Christ the King, and then I moved to Achimota High School, and then afterwards I did a diploma course in computer programming at NIIT. The rest was informal education in sound engineering. What inspires me mostly is music. I mean, my love for the music keeps pushing me to do the music. That's where I get my inspiration from. From the beat side, I would say Timbaland, but generally my favorite artist is Richie. And writing-wise, I love R. Kelly's writing, so these people influence me into making the music I do today. I would say I'm a simple guy. I have a simple name. My music is simple, so I decided to keep it simple. No, but one thing I learned as a kid was, if you want to be a great musician, you have to give the audience a part of yourself. I mean, I felt giving them my true identity would be more personal than creating a separate image which I'd give to them. The most difficult thing about being Richie right now is combining. I mean, being the beat maker, the singer, the executive at record label, I mean, it's difficult putting them all together because each of them is supposed to have a different image, but here's the case where I have to put them all into one. But then the people around me help to keep me in balance, so it's difficult, but it works out. The most influential person to me has always been my mom. Right from the day I was born up until now, she's taken care of me, and she does so every day. She even influences all the people around me, so I guarantee you. The best mom in the world, I always say that. About my music is personal, that's what I always say. You know, when you say your music is personal, people feel you mean your lyrics are personal. No, I mean, I put the emotion inside of me into the music, into the beats, into the singing. I always like to give the audience a part of me when I'm singing so that they can feel a connection with my inner self. So my music is all about how I feel and how I want them to see how I feel. If I could change anything in the world, the typical thing would be to give some happy message which everybody would relate to, but my line of work is music, and what I believe in is music. So the one thing I would change is that people would relate to musicians better, as in they would start to appreciate that when somebody's doing music, they give out themselves, and they would begin to respect them and understand their feelings more. Basically, that's my biggest concern. I hate to see it when somebody listens to music and they bullshit a musician or something like that. I mean, I like people who appreciate good music and appreciate good musicians. My happiest moments in life, I'm sounding like I'm repeating myself over and over again. Music. I remember when I was in school, if I ever get depressed or anything, I'd go to the music school and go and sit behind the piano and just start playing and singing. Even those days I couldn't really play the piano, but just the idea that I was creating music gave me some satisfaction. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a surgeon. So had I not chosen the path of music, I'd probably be wearing some overalls in some hospital, cutting some guy up right now. My favorite color is black, mixed with white in there sometimes. My favorite color is black. The most memorable woman in my life, other than my mom, is actually a very close friend of mine. I'm not going to mention the name because I keep my personal life personal. I mean, my private life private, but someone who's been a friend for years and years and years. The person next to my mom really helped me. My favorite brand in the entire world is Yamaha, because the first time I ever created music or touched any musical instrument was on a Yamaha piano. So I can say I owe my music life to Yamaha. One law I'd I'd put in place if I was the president of Ghana is definitely, it would be a law that's going to affect the music industry. It would have to do with the royalty system and the copyright system in Ghana, and basically even the whole music union. I mean, the music industry in Ghana doesn't really seem to be affected by the government. It kind of acts without the government. So if I were president, I would make sure we were more involved in the music so we could promote music in Ghana and outside of Ghana. That would be my main priority. If I had to give myself any advice, it would be to stay focused, because it's mostly very difficult, me being who I am right now, to keep myself on track and actually do what is right instead of doing what I just feel like doing. So I'd advise myself to stay focused. Okay, if I had to advise artists in my position, I'd let them know that, I always say Music is like acting. The artist you are, the person the public sees, and the person the public loves is different from the person you actually are. So the advice I'd give to artists is don't get confused. I mean, you have to know that when you are you should understand that the person who they are looking at on TV is different from the person at home. So don't get big-headed and start acting all funny and all hey because you feel like I'm the biggest thing in the world. No, it's the artists they admire. So keep yourself as you and let the artist be big-headed. I wouldn't want to have all the power in the world. I believe too much power given to one person can always go wrong, no matter how smart or level-headed you are. So if I had all the power in the world, what I would do is strip myself of that power.
Head on it.